Now, did you have the same approach as Nolan Smith that nobody believed in Georgia last year?
Man, people always want to doubt Georgia because, it's always so much going on in Georgia. We had so many draft picks, so people thought we were going to fall off. But then once we start winning, everybody wanted to jump back on the wave. So, we just take that and put the fuel on the fire and work harder because we still have so much talent that people didn't know about and didn't believe in. So we just wanted to show the world what we had left.
So what was it like going up against, say, Trevon Walker or Jordan Davis in practice?
Man, it was a great thing just because, I knew what they were capable of doing. So just being able to go against them in practice and, perfect your craft and always, because you always got to be on your best game no matter what, in practice, in film, in the game, because they're always coming. Like at Georgia, it's no fall off. Like from first screen, the second screen, the third screen, everybody's good. So that's what makes games easier for us because we go so hard in practice to make each other better.
So who's the toughest guy you've gone against in practice in your years there in Georgia?
I can't even answer that. There's been too many.
Too many?
Yeah, a lot of coaches ask me that. I tell them the same thing. It's been too many to just name one.
Let me ask you this question then. Is Darnell Washington bigger than you?
Yes.
Oh, God. He is. Did you see the way that he moved the, I can't even call it, I mean, the sled at the combine? Did you see that? The tight end?
Oh, I knew he was going to kill the sled.
Well, he did.
Coach Hartley, he does a great job with them and pushing the sled. Coach Hartley will make them push the sled all practice if he had to, because that's what it's about at the University of Georgia. Tight ends aren't just for catching the ball and catching touchdowns. They want Georgia produces them to be able to block, to be able to catch, to be able to run, to know everything that's going on in the game plan.
Well, and you also know, clearly, you've been surrounded by prospects available in this year's draft with you, combine, wherever else you may have been. Would Brock Bowers fit in right now?
Easily.
You didn't stutter. Easily, right? Easily.
Yes, he's just someone who doesn't give in to the peer pressure. He's always going to work. He's always going to give you his best. He studies. He works out. He's just the whole package. So it's tough to say that he can't just because of his age, but his mindset is so mature that I believe he will be able to fit in day one.
And give me your favorite Stetson Bennett story. You got one?
Favorite Stetson Bennett story?
Yes, sir.
Man, me and Stetson got so many stories because after every touchdown, I'm always celebrating with Stetson. Because, a lot of people they always run into the receiver or the running back who catches the ball. But you got to think about it. Without the quarterback, the ball's not in the air and there's no touchdown. So I'm always celebrating with him first, just always joking around. Like when we were playing TCU, I can tell you when he ran the touchdown behind me, we were just laughing it. And I pick him up and I threw him in there. I said, "Now that's how you run, boy." Like just little things like that. Just it's so many stories with Stetson.
Well, I mean, the question is what's his role going to be at the next level? But there's a lot of conversation about that. You want to pound the table for him a little bit?
Stetson is a great quarterback. Everybody always talks about they try and talk about his size, but there's so many small quarterbacks in this draft, so they really can't compare that. It's all about the mindset first and the want to. That's all it is. Because in this game, it's no question about how good you are, because you wouldn't be here if you weren't good enough. So I feel like he will be able to play. Just being able to get in, learn the playbook, learn the system, and things like that is gonna be what it's gonna take him to the next level. Like the study and everything. Just the small details. That's what's going to separate Stetson from the rest of everybody.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.